Alright, here we are. Uh, Oops, I made a mistake. Turns out my hotkeys for my little stream puppet are also the hotkeys for my tab switching. That's great. Right, I need to rebind them. But so far, hey, how's everyone doing? Hope you're ready for some for a nice physical drawing stream. Doing some exercises on humans, doing some stuff because yeah, I'm doing some stuff with humans and stuff like this for for a little comic commission, and I don't know, I just kind of want to improve a little bit. So here are some of the sketches, by the way, for the little stream puppets. I hope you like them. Now let me just quickly get the camera done. Also tell me if the audio this time sounds better. I certainly hope it does. Is this better? Or is that too loud? Right. Video capture. Properties. Or configure crossbow. What does that mean? Right, I think I'll. Right, autofocus is on, and right, cool. So thank you everybody for being with me. I hope you are having a good time, and let's get to some drawing. Now, there are multiple sort of exercises going that I could be doing with you right now, and I would like you I just kind of want to ask what everybody would like to see. You think we should be doing like sort of head exercises, or you think we should be doing something like general body and human stuff? What are you kind of in for? I just realized I need to zoom out a little bit on the stream puppet. So how does that go? How does that go again? Controls plus scrolling. Good. Oops. There you go. Now we concentrate on hitting the ceiling. Let's restore the immersion a little bit. So yeah, what would you all like to see? The more general body stuff, or more like some kind of head stuff? Because I know I got some really cool, interesting tutorials kind of going, and yeah, I would definitely I would personally kind of like to get into some basic, classic, and realistic stuff. Kind of almost like we're kind of doing sort of the classics, the basics that everybody knows, and then kind of go into more differentiated stuff. How does that sound? Lucky grab. How about we do some... Really let me lay down some stuff for the heads. And just so we have it. If you want more general body stuff, I always got more pages in this thing. Hmm. Alrighty then. Hmm. Alright, so we got the ball going, and then we just kind of start from here, doing some stuff with the head. Stop petting the line so much. I know. I know, can't help it. Right, so that way we can establish the actual main cross of the face. And we establish some more general face stuff. Something more like this. What is this terrible focus? Right, properties. Now let's go with the camera. Default resolution, custom resolution. Alright, so we got this. That's terrible. Oh, now I get it. Now I get it. Alright, this is like a big... Right, let's keep the focus down here. Alright? Alright. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, got the scale completely off. All right. Hmm. There we go. I don't know what I was thinking. The pimps in the crib go drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. When the pimps in the crib go drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. I'm just kind of like doing this and this. I'm kind of going off of Andrew Lewis going the head, drawing the head and hands. I was watching a video on it, and it's kind of interesting. Just how to generally, just trying to see again, just kind of just going off of the basics, going off of the really dead simple stuff, like the dead, like the dead, drop dead classics. Right, so just already cut the head, cut the side plane. And this going from the top of the head, going slightly downwards. Mm-hmm. Right. Good. That way we can sort of do this, can sort of follow that down here. Slightly above that. Going there. Going down here. And here. So now we're gonna go almost like this. Right, we got the plane 1, 2, 3. Going from slightly, not going from down, going almost like, I think I made it a little bit too far down. Was going from like here. Let's erase that real quick so we don't get anything wrong. And so we got this. If I'm a little more quiet today, that's because, again, I made a philosophy that as long as I don't get 3 or more people in the chat, I don't waste my breath. So, literally, if anyone wants to comment anything and gonna get the party started, that's alright. It's like a little bit of the wallflower period, as they would call it, I guess. Nobody starts dancing until the one person just goes in the middle, or whatever that cliche is from those American movies. Feel good, feel good, feel good, feel good. Feel good, feel good. Almost kind of doing it like, almost kind of doing it like this, and truth be told, I really do like Andrew Loomis's books. I think he's a pretty good standard for just a lot of like the theoretical type of drawing, the stuff that basically, if you want any kind of like if you're like me and you kind of have a little bit of an sort of more or less autistic need to just kind of get some kind of like sense of like proper learning, I feel like he might be a pretty good pretty good starting point. I kind of wish I had done like a little bit more warming up because I feel a little bit rusty and I feel my lines look uh kind of look accordingly. It's just a little bit. But on the other hand, I feel like this is kind of like one of those things where you kind of. I think this is one of those things where you can kind of that you can kind of do when you're like already a little bit like I don't know. I feel like Android to me is kind of stuff I do when I'm generally already a little bit just kind of done with the day. It's just kind of like one of those things where it's like type of feeling. Like again, it goes with that saying of like generally being like a little bit tired. I always do Andrew Loomis stuff when I'm just kind of tired and just kind of a little bit sick and whatever. I can't really do a lot of like my own creative things. It's like, oh, screw it, let's put on a little bit of this and let's just see how it goes. The funniest bit about this is I wasn't even trying to draw like as a black looking man. It just kind of happened. Um, hmm. Well, everyone knew there's doing all right. I know I've been kind of a little bit and I've been feeling weird this week. Just one of those things where God, it looks awful. I know it's like, I know it's pollen allergy season, but I don't really have that. It's just one of those things where it's early in the year, so it's like, I don't know. Give him just I don't know, give him sort of a high top fade. I don't know. It looks funny. You plan on drawing more digital art? Yeah, I do. Thank you for asking. I the whole PNG tuber thing is basically just a kind of way to get just to get a little bit of my foot in the door with more digital drawing because I thought it was just a really cool challenge. Because I really like to draw physical stuff first and stuff, and then actually go into the go into the digital stuff more naturally. I know a lot of people like honestly I've been drawing for like a year or so, almost a year and a half, and I just haven't really trusted myself enough to really do a lot of digital stuff up until now, especially when it comes to it. It's just a little bit intimidating because like now everybody's doing it. And it's like at least with physical, it does. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you for the kind words. I definitely think honestly right now I'm just thinking, damn it, this my mechanical pencil just But yeah, I just kind of wanted to do some cool stuff, trying to do some interesting shading and stuff like that. Initially, last couple of streams I did with a flat version, like a flat color version, but I wasn't happy with that. So this time I was like, yeah. Right, oh, okay, okay, just insert it properly. Ooh, nice. All right, already seeing it on a digital screen. Already seeing it on the computer screen. I can basically already tell a lot of mistakes here. Oh, shoot. This is just me trying to fix mistakes at top of mistakes. This is so bad. Okay, let's actually do a little bit better next time. Right. You can already see like Stuff right here doesn't look good. Let's keep this in the middle. And I usually do well with a lot of like trying to be realistic sort of stuff. I usually just do not because I am afraid of it or because I think I couldn't get eventually into it, but it's just one of those things where I don't know, it just takes a lot of time and I feel like it's not as appealing to what I do for it a lot. What I'm drawing at the moment is basically just kind of like Andrew Loomis tutorial stuff. At the beginning of the stream, I was asking like, yo, like what do you want to watch and stuff like that, and like nobody commented, so I just kind of defaulted to like doing some Andrew Loomis tutorial stuff that I just happened to come upon. Otherwise, I would have just drawn full body like stuff, just more exercise than drawing humans. It's kind of like what I wanted to do for today. Yeah, if you want if you would want something a lot more like if you like more of quickly check. I already did some stuff with of his and trying to like get some of that stuff out. I tried to do that with my own character, get more of a like an actual sheet. This is my secondary character here. I really like. I like doing some facial expressions and stuff like that. So I would love to do some more full body exercise before I get to like some ultra realistic stuff. Because again, like I always feel like it's a hard curve, and I feel like realistic stuff. That's something you really need to do like on your own. Like if you do it in the open, it's like and it looks bad, then it just kind of look bad. I feel like there's a lot more pressure. But if it's more stylized stuff, I don't know. I'd rather do something like that. Mm. Yeah, the whole this whole thing where I wanted to do something like this is really because I want to get a little bit more just time out of doing stuff for doing stuff for these streams. I really do like doing stuff that I've never done really on the just in general. Kind of like again, I spent most of the last streams doing the VTuber model and stuff like this. But that was really again just something so I can at least get more comfortable doing stuff like that while also putting out content. I really think this is a kind of a nice thing, kind of getting you out of the groove because I don't really have this. I usually need some kind of in and stuff like this for like a in order to make tutorials really stick for me. like like actually make them. Oop, that's a little bit too high. Make them a little bit more worth my while. I definitely do want to go to art school, but it's one of those things where we have our doubts that I really do have the stick-to-itiveness, and so I kind of wanted almost to supplement stuff like that with doing streams and stuff like this to actually get some kind of you get some training in of stuff that I usually wouldn't do with an actual sort of thing that makes sense to attach to it. I love extrapolating stuff from tutorials like this where it's like in the actual tutorial the dude goes way too fast for me. I just always think like, okay, so you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. Okay, that's cool, but I can't really follow. It's like way too quick. And so I just do it at my own pace, which I think is important for art. You know, you should be able to do it on kind of like your own pace, being able to stop. And that's another point where I'm kind of a little bit worried about art school, where it's like, gee, I wonder if I could do some. Gee, I wonder if I could even keep up with like a professor or like some kind of person that would be talking about stuff like this. Like, oh, doing this like in real time. Okay, you need to do this, and you need to put something like the hips and so like that. So you need to think about the figure a little bit in detail, and it's just, ooh, that's indeed very very hard. That's indeed very difficult. Hmm. It's a big. It's the what? Which big guy on the left? Like this dude? And is that kind of what you're talking about? I just kind of tried to I don't know. I'm just kind of like trying to draw something on scale because I was like, okay, so what would like just more or less average human being look like? Like, what if you have like a real fucking Hulk big man, kind of like in the tutorial, and then like in proportion to either of these, what would my characters look like in like actual like size difference? Like I guess on proportion on a model, kind of like a character sheet you would see in like an animated show. Like how what would the size scale be? And I think it can be interesting to have sort of a reference for every single one. Usually it's just like me trying to do like this and this based off of the tutorials presented, but I kind of wanted to experiment with the the right side, just so I could, yeah, like this isn't like some kind of translation or something. Like I want to do that eventually, but this is just like a general like me getting an idea of like what size like my characters would be in general. Besides, I feel like my character always has more of a little bit more of a sort of again that I feel like that sleeker cat-ish thing. I feel like that would be much more interesting to translate into sort of a general like human build rather than like a fucking strongman. I always feel like it's difficult to put really a strongman type of idea into a animal because I've seen just a lot of I think the closest thing you could get to that is like a gorilla or something like that, but like generally like the human form is very unique. Like it's not really like one to one in the animal kingdom. I think it always makes kind of humans unique. That if you like, as much as we want to relate to other things in there, animal kingdom. I feel like humans are always going to be it's so unique in certain mannerisms and things like that. Going like a fucking like a weird like that '90s Batman and that sort of Robin ideas like fucking God like '90s hyper muscular Batman. That was so weird. That was a weird era. Not like '90s Batman and Robin. That was another bit of weirdness, but like just generally like '90s fucking artwork. Was that Rob Light? No, Rob Liefeld never worked on Batman. What was it like? What was it like the dude who like I think it was the original like Dark Knight comic where it's like super muscular Batman or some shit. I don't know. It was like somewhere around that era of comics. And I can definitely see how you have a sort of a smaller guy being translated. I can see it. I can see it. Unless that also wasn't what you meant, but whatever. Okay. Recently I was asked like, hey, well, what would a human version of my OC would be? And I was like, I've been thinking about drawing it for a bit now. I just again like this is also part of why I want to start to do this because I thought it would be a funny idea. This is not properly measured. This is not properly measured, and I hate it. Ugh. It's funny how often you see in like media you see the idea of a six pack, and then when actually think of like people in real life, most likely that none of them have like an actual six pack. Does your dad have a six pack? Probably not. Does your does your mom have a six pack? Does your grandpa? Probably not. It's like I don't know. I feel like this is such a funny media thing that's like everybody has a super defined body, and it's like it's hilarious to me. Because like in real life, I don't like. I just don't think so. Yo, drop it like it's hot. Right, so maybe I leaned a little bit too close to the left, but that's alright, I think. Hmm. Yeah. TBF, we determined by fat or genetics. Especially when fat is stored around the uterus, which basically covers the whole area. Yeah, I kind of agree. It's one of those things where I totally agree with you, but that still doesn't really solve the issue, does it? Where it's like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's the same reason why a lot of people, um, I feel like it's the reason why a lot of superhero comics, a lot of people like to draw superhero artists because it's like this idealized version of a body with a lot of the stuff that covers it up. Especially like I feel like the way fat is treated by media like that is in the same way clothes, like regular ass clothes, are treated by superhero media. Where it's like, oh, I don't want to draw them. I don't want to draw them in a weird spandex suit that has no practical thing in real life and only really exists to emphasize fucking anatomy in that way. And again, I don't know. To me, I never could really get into it. Some of my favorite superheroes genuinely like more like people like Batman, who, yeah, sure, they have that six pack thing going on, but to me, it's not it's not essential. To me, it's more about the belt, and like at least that belt includes some sense of like practicality, or like some illusion to it. And that's the whole joke, right? The fucking the Batman's utility belt has everything. And I feel like it's God, comics always always overdo everything they do. Everything they touch, everything your pen touches is overdone to the point of being really silly. I guess that's why they call it a comic book. Because a lot of them they do is really funny. All right, all right, all right. Oh, right. And then I would come to stream, say, yeah, oh, nice. Yeah, I really. Oh, yeah, I know you kind of been saying you wanted to be there. Nice to have you finally here. Yeah, I don't know. I always thought, I always wanted to, for the, kind of for the humor, I always wanted to do like a sort of, I guess I need to pull out some references, but I always thought it would be more of a, because I always wanted to have like a comedic aspect to it. I wanted to sort of to reflect that in the human sort of aspect. So more of a, I don't always like the idea of like when it goes to the human, it's like much skinnier. Like I like to play around with that, especially that idea of like of like the surrealism of like the pulling it like down. I feel like the aspect of a human version would be like pulling it a little bit back down to earth a little bit. Where I don't know, it would be funny. Where it would be funny, like just like oh, like it's like then actually like addressing it in the text, going like, yeah, well, I was never really that muscular. I was just all the hair covering my body. I don't know why you would get why you. I don't know why this is a surprise. Like I always thought that'd be really funny to just outright state. It's like, oh, yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's like because we never really think about like animals, especially like pumas and stuff like that. They're like it's really weird because like there was I read an entire article about like how to identify like the sex of a puma. It's really hard because like that entire like rear end area sort of tends to be like very like fluffy, very hairy, so everything is like almost covered up and it's literally like about the spot, like a weird tiny little black spot like about a certain distance. It was really odd thing trying to get to that. And I just really like that idea of like translating that to a human thing. I've been obsessed with that idea of like trying to translate like an animal character to a human form. It's gonna be a really weird thing to say, but like ever since like fucking My Little Pony Equestria Girls, like that fucked me up so bad. The idea of like a character like fucking Spike the Dragon is turning into a dog, even though in like the main My Little Pony show he's treated as a like almost like a little boy. That is so freaking odd. And since we have an entire race in that show of like dragon people, so it's like, does that mean they're like anthropomorphic talking junkyard dog, like it's fucking Oliver and Company? That is odd. Like that is freaking weird. Like trying to translate all of that, and I feel like there would be a whole lot of logic to that. But then again, friggin' that was a fucking movie for babies, for like little girl, teenager babies. So it's like, no, of course we wouldn't get into that. But it's like my brain never got away from that. I feel like my brain, as usual, ran laps around that. Where the thing was like, what everybody else was just like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? And I've always wanted to do like a sort of a weird metatextual thing. If I ever did a cartoon show, I definitely would be like, this is gonna sound weird. I always imagine it like it would be sort of kind of like Rick and Morty, except without all of the like vitriol or a lot of the stuff that makes like Dan Harmon and freaking what's his face is writing so cynical. Where those people are like absolutely just like American writers. It's like, oh look, it's a parody. Oh look, we're so tired, we're so annoyed by it doing our own show, and it's like, oh, this sucks. And I just like the idea of like actually like doing a lot of like meta commentary sci-fi stuff. I guess if I really wanted to be like less cynical, I suppose I would be saying something like I guess Futurama did that too a lot of the times, and I really do like Futurama, so I guess we're going with that example instead. Yeah. No, I mean, I already did some like I already like doing some more like cartoonish humans, a little bit more like a little bit more like this. I can almost see like this being a prototype for like a potential design, except being I don't know, a little bit more square, a little bit more like I don't know, a little bit more angular, less boyish, because that's kind of the role that this character here is kind of meant to play in the comic. This is a commission, by the way. This is a sketch for a commission that I'm doing right now. This is just page one. Just the first page is meant to be more dialogue, and the second page is more, you know, like just general stuff. It's like general, more comedic stuff, like generally more funny, more zany. And I thought like that'd be funny, but like, so like watch out for that. That's gonna be really cool. Once I can actually get that done. But yeah, this is just generally just me trying to do exercises and getting into that, just to kind of expand my library too. Because as cute as it is to just draw a world where everything is like some kind of like weird animal freak of nature. Like I do like like to me it's way funnier when it's like an actual like supported by like an actual human thing. I always feel like in this sort of role, humans would be a lot funnier, like to sort of almost play like a comedic foil. I always like the idea of like the animal things are a lot zanier and stuff like that, and that's kind of why I want to draw more like realistic human, like sort of not the realistic, but like learning realism to then bend it a little bit and turn it a little bit more like caricature wise. Right now I'm doing a speed paint by that one guy, Line Sensei, and I feel like that person is a guy that I like. I don't know, I like generally what they're doing. I generally like how they're trying to sort of explain it. I feel like their stuff is a little bit like, let me say that stuff is a little bit boring, like in terms of like visual stuff, because they're like very like they're very like anime stuff, and I feel like anime has a like anime stylish stuff is just not what I really gravitate towards that much, because at least not modern anime. I really do love like older 90s and 80s anime. In fact, I was like watching an old I was trying to watch an old anime called, what was it, like Megazone 2-3, what is like it's a really cool thing like that, like some really like almost like realistically drawn motorbikes and things like that, like some like Honda and Hyundai and stuff like that, like motorbikes from the 80s, and like those look so cool. And like that stuff is absolutely great, but any kind of like isekai garbage, like miss me with that. Miss me with that stuff. Nah, miss me with that shit, brother. Cause like that stuff is just like, oh. Yeah, I could be doing this in digital, but right now I'm not doing it because frankly, again, I like to sketch things out in physical. I always like to do like physical so it's because something about drawing it on a digital surface just feels different. So it's like that sort of slippery glass thing, and to me, it's nice for like little like concept doodles, like really like whoosh whoosh whoosh, but not for final drawings. Oh, like not for like final sketches. So actually, for final sketches, yes, but not for sort of general sketches that really get the ideas going. You know what I'm saying? Alright, that's good. Uh. I don't know. I just kind of want to ask, what's kind of like your motivation to do a lot of stuff? Because I think, man, I feel like you're doing a lot of interesting stuff and a lot of um I generally do think you do a lot of you like to do a lot of new stuff. I think I feel like there's something new in every one of your drawings. I don't think you repeat yourself a lot, except with like the broad picture things. But I always feel like there's small little differences in every one of the things. Like I think like I feel like right now you're doing a lot more like interactions with like characters interacting with objects, which I think is interesting. A lot more interesting posing and stuff like that. And it doesn't always come out full out good. Like I feel like there was a drawing recently you did with that like one red dragon, where I was like, is he handing you a ball or is that a flat object? Well, I quite wasn't sure, but again, I appreciate that you're doing something different. I feel like you're doing some really cool stuff generally. So I just wanted to mention that. Right now I'm just following a speed draw. I paused it so I can actually, gauge what the heck is going on. And yeah. I know a gold digger. No, Brooke. I'd say she's a gold digger. Alrighty, only. Boom. Like this. Okay, that looks weird. I guess I need to move it down a little bit. Yeah. Move it down to that stage. Like this and that, and putting the thing around here, putting like a little bit of a little like that, a little bit like this and like that. Mm, mm. Thanks. I know a lot of people don't like um I don't think a lot of people like unsolicited criticism, but I feel like I wanted to give this to you uh for a while now because I really do think you deserve it. Because again, what you're doing is really cool. What you're doing is really interesting, and I do think I don't know. This is one of those things where it's great that you at least draw things that you like. Well, obviously there is always stuff we can improve on. Again, this is why I'm doing this, and even though it may look bad, uh, it's still something that's worth doing because if we weren't doing this, then we wouldn't be improving at all. If we weren't doing something new, then we frankly wouldn't be doing anything at all. Then we would just sit in place, just constantly weeping, and then just draw the same thing. And I don't think that's really interesting. Right. I do something I'm not satisfied with the final product, but the pose is what I'm focusing on. I've been drawing every day for months because I was stuck in a psych ward and drawing was the only thing I could do. Oh, that's funny. Um, not because they were in a psych ward, but because something like that happened to me. Like, I actually started in like one of those like weird workshops in Germany where it's like one of those like get you into jobs. It didn't get me fucking anywhere. Like they wanted me to do like something like it's called like fucking Feinmechaniker. Yeah, literally, it's basically what it means on the tin, like a small lot of like small mechanical stuff, and it's like, great, I have ADHD, I cannot focus on long things of time, and it's like, I got told that by a guy who works in the kitchen, like of that place, like where we actually like also cooked. So it's like, great, you kind of suck this much. I'd rather have you in a completely different field. And like that point, I got so mad at being at that place, and it was like, shitballs. You know what? I'm just gonna. You know what? I still have my. I think I still have my like first drawings sort of lying around here or something. And actually, some of that stuff was Andrew Loomis related, so. Hmm. I need to finish that shit. Right, maybe I could do that on stream. Ooh. But like, yeah, I was trying to look for my first drawing of my redrawing of my OC, and it's like it came a long way. But basically, like, yeah, the same year when I was at when I was going through a couple of mental health places or whatever here in Germany, and was like, you know what? It's every day, and yeah, it's kind of same with you. It's just one of those things. It's like sometimes getting a schedule and doing something like this long term really is a great thing for your mental health. So I'm glad that you found something like that too, or kind of in a similar position. I'm really happy for you. Also, just generally, thanks for saying that you consider me as a friend. I know I've only talked relatively, I haven't really talked relatively often, but again, I don't really um have anything against it. I'd rather talk with people in like small sparing intervals that actually mean something rather than a constantly blah 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 like I'm just generally you're just yapping. I don't think I think it's about the quality of the interaction rather than the quantity. Hmm. Something about the face here really reminds me of like Aeon Flux or some shit. You like that danger, boy? God, Aeon Flux was such a weird experience, but I love that. If you never watched Aeon Flux, go do that. It's just such a cerebral show. Don't watch the Aeon Flux movie, god damn it. Not the live action one. Jesus Christ. That was bad. That was so bad. Yeah, let me pull out something from Aeon. Actually, yeah, let me pull out something from Aeon Flux. So they're such weird people. Was it Aeon Flux? Like just generally weirdly proportioned people. I remember there's something like this. That's kind of funny. Just like, oh, something is slightly off with you. My friend Daniel introduced me to Aeon Flux and their character design, and it's like, damn, I kind of love this. It's kind of something like this. That is crazy. Like something slightly off. I can't believe that show ran from 1991 to 1995. That feels like such a 2000s show. Like at least like turn of the millennium type of thing. I guess the face could be a little bit longer for to be really Aeon Fluxed. Be really Aeon Fluxed. Thank you. Although I didn't sneeze. Sorry, I just needed to say that. Right. What's the horizon line? Where's the horizon line? Okay, I see the horizon line somewhere there. Then it's going to like somewhere in the distance, somewhere like this, and then somewhere above the water, the bottle of water, water bottle, right? Something like this, a little bit more. More power. No, wait. More power. Right. How do we do this with this? Right, okay. Damn it. I have a keyboard in front of me. That bores me a little bit. Oh no. I hope you keep on finding. I know that's the hardest part with I think drawing every day. I hope you could keep finding something to actually keep you drawing every day. Like, like keeping just finding yourself a good project every day. I feel like that's the most daunting part for anybody who isn't doing it. But I always never get that problem because I always find something new to occupy myself with. Okay. Maybe I assume my audio is better than the last time, and no, last time was a bit of a fluke because basically right now I'm using my camera's audio because For some reason, I cannot record for the life of me audio on my regular microphone that I use for my videos. Because just, I don't know, OBS doesn't like my setup. And it's like, I don't know why that is, but it just doesn't. And so it's like, I have to check every stream whether it works. And it's like, oh no. Last time I just assumed it would, and it just didn't. It's like one of those tech things where it's just like, yeah, my philosophy for drawing every day literally is just, if you can't think of anything, do a tutorial. If you don't want to do a tutorial, then do a tutorial. Then do I don't know, draw what you like to draw. A lot of people just will swear by that. A lot of like, it feels like the most no shit thing, but it's like a lot of people who do like art tutorial, or like not art tutorial but like art videos talking about like, oh, I went to art school and like, oh, I don't know what to draw anymore because it got me so burnt out. And it's like a lot of people just say, hey, just draw what you like to draw. Like what got you into drawing every day. Like what got you into drawing regularly, more generally, even if you don't do it every day. I mean, I wish I could say I did it every day. I mean, I've done it for mostly every day, but like, I feel like that puts pressure on the days where it's just like, shoot, I need to do, still need to do something, and it's already 8 p.m. and I want to go to sleep like in an hour or so, and it's like, shit. But again, it's like this is one of those things where just kind of doing some small exercises really helps. Yeah, I don't think it's that hard if you really want to do it, but it's like it's also very easy for me to say because again, because of that whole mental health stuff, I do have a lot of time on my hands, and I thank God I live in Europe where we do have a good welfare state or a good like social safety net, and it's like, ay, 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 ay. Otherwise I would not know what to do with myself. Like honestly, like I actually wanted to move to America or whatever, like just as a kind of a pipe dream. Which is so cliche, but then it's like, you know, one, this was way before like the second Trump term. It was sort of like when Trump was already out. It was like somewhere around 2020 something, like 2021, 22. You know, well, Biden was still in office, and then it was like, oh, yep. Then Trump like literally screwed up everything, and now I'm more happy to live in Europe than ever. Hmm. That's the thing. Sometimes I don't find stuff to draw every day, but draw for other people or my own characters, etc. Yeah, I get that. That's why that's why I also am pretty generally open to art trades for people that I like. Well, I at least respect their art. It's like, yeah, just I don't do it for everybody because frankly, God knows that's a whole bottom. That's a whole that can be bottomless. It's like, oh great, you drew like you spend like 5 minutes in MS Paint. Great. I literally spent multiple hours on this because I really got into this project. Shit. I guess this is really unequal. Um, but like yeah, if you generally respect somebody, I feel like I always keep asking like, hey, can I draw something for you? Or can I do like this or that? In fact, that's also part of why I want to do streams because then I can just say, hey, how about I take some requests and stuff like this? If I hadn't already made up my mind, I probably would have asked. And actually, if more people that have been here already, say I would probably ask, hey, does anybody want anything and stuff like this? But now I'm already kind of in the groove, and it's like, ah, shoot. Suppose that could be a good way to in the future expand my audience here. Like, hey, do some how about we do some like drawing requests? How about we do some 30-minute doodles and stuff like that? I've seen people do some areas, and I think that's a really good institution. I think that's a really good idea. I feel like everyone who doesn't live in the US had the American dream era when they were young. Yeah, absolutely. It's like, ooh, yeah, the American Dream era, where it's like, yeah, you just kind of forget it's no longer like the 1800s, where it's like you can get like 150 acres or whatever. What's 150 acres? I don't know. That's like they're funny measurements that can be anything from like, I don't know, 30 square kilometers to like, I don't know, the size of your backyard. That's a great thing when you have a measurement system that nobody else in the friggin' world is stupid enough to use. Ooh. I still don't know what 130 acres is. I only know it from that one like Marty Robbins song. Like that's genuinely like the idea of like a that's generally the size of a parcel of land that was passed off in like the 1800s to like settlers and stuff like that. And like again, like we all, especially in Europe, we should all just stop pretending where this is like in any way realistic. And yeah, like this is such an early like this is to me such an early 20s thing, like that American Dream era, like you said. It's sad. It's absolutely sad that we can't have, yeah, that we don't have this magical land anymore. But at the same time, was it even real, or was it just a marketing scheme? Was it ever really real, or was it just imagined by big travel, by big airline? Ooh. But yeah, long and short, I feel like now really everybody just avoids falling into the trap of believing America is the greatest country on earth. Jesus Christ, every time I hear that, I'm like, you're joking, right? God, don't even get me started on like some of that stuff. I was right now like balls deep into a book by Hillary Clinton. Like, yeah, yeah, it's as bad. It is as bad as you think it is. It's literally one of those things. It's like, oh, oh, women, right? This country is so awful for women and people of color, and like, I would have made it better, and if it wasn't for me, and Trump is just telling lies, and it's like, it was written in 2017. It was actually that, like, as terrible as that sounds. I'm barely exaggerating, and it's like, Jesus Christ, you make it really sound like America is like one of those things where it's like, oh. So I guess I guess it sucks for everybody because God knows like the youth has enough like, yeah, no, we're screwed because of the housing market. Women are screwed because of job opportunities. Young people in general are screwed because of this in America. Everybody's screwed by fucking AI now. It's like, great, thank you. I guess we should all shut up and die then. Or maybe we should just stop fucking paying attention to you, Hillary. I feel like if you weren't American and weren't that whole like was a like douche and turd sandwich debate space, then yeah, you would have. It's like you could absolutely tell how full of shit that person was. It's like the constantly were like, I could have been the first woman president, and it's like everybody from a country that already had like a women in power, one of those women things in power, could tell you, yeah, it's not really that much of a milestone because it's just like about the politics of a person, the qualities of them as a leader, rather than about their sex. Well, it is about the qualities of their personage, and I don't get it. I'm not getting it, and it's like, yeah, you weren't getting it. You were screwed, and honestly, because that book was written in 2017, it literally just felt like just slightly having a healthy meltdown. Wish she was just writing a book about it and just wasn't like actually like shaking and crying. But yeah, just she is. I don't know, I always feel like she's like a pretty cold person. And one of those people where just the vibes are off. Like you couldn't really describe it to them because they would never get it. Like again, that's the woman that was immortalized in GTA as the GTA 4 as the Statue of Happiness. Because she just didn't like the fucking Too bad. Early 2000s 3D models bonking each other. Whole GTA hot coffee controversy. It's so silly. But you know, those are the kids in America indeed. Now, actually, let me see how far I am in the book.
About Senator Elizabeth.
What is it? Only like 11 hours left? I swear to God. Oh God. Yeah, it's like here, literally, like, ugh. I've only gone through like, oh my God, I've only gone through a third of the book and I already hate her. It's like I generally cool down on her, but it's generally like, oh my God, this is so bad. Especially when she goes on again, they're constantly going on about like how bad the United States is towards women, stuff like this, and I'm like, oh God. And then also talking about like anecdotes from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, and it's like you know that was a long time ago, right? I don't know. It's just it was a bad era. I feel like we can all agree on that. It's not saying that sexism doesn't exist. It's just that in America, I don't know. I feel like yeah, it's just another one of the problems. Another one. Yeah, I will shut up about politics of a country that isn't mine and that I have no barely anything about. Ugh. Yeah, the way the marketing seems. You have the soft part is most likely the most powerful. Yeah. Trash versus garbage debate. The trash versus garbage debate. Again, it's like Europeans are describing it as like fucking the plague versus cholera. It's like, Somehow there was like a German song about like called like a parody song like based on like kids in America called Alles Spitze in America. It was like everything's great in America, and it was like instead of pest there's cholera, and it's like just pest this Trump and cholera just showing footage of Hillary and Trump, and that was so funny because absolutely just oh god, really is just something like how could you fix this? Is it even beyond fixing? At this point, I don't know if it's mean or whatever, but at this point, I just wish for that whole United States just fall apart. I don't want to end it. I just wish it would just finally bite the bullet and say, "Yep, we're done. We had a good thing. Let's just I don't know. Let's just be essentially becomes like turn ourselves into the fucking 13 Commonwealths and fucking fall out and become it all all its own countries. It's like Midwest becomes its own country. This becomes its own country. It's like I think it would be much stronger without this a central American government or in the first past the post system. Just a whole reset, just a hard reset for that. I wish that on them. And I bet like a lot of Americans wish the same. It's just one of those things where, dang, trash versus garbage debate. There's a pretty good way of putting it. What the heck is this? I have no idea what this emoji is right now. Figured I send it in the chat anyway. I can't believe they still have a dab emoji. Sorry, elbow cough. What? No, this is clearly just people dabbing. God damn it. Thank you, YouTube. Very cool. Right. No one knows no broke. No one knows no gold digger. What am I missing with no broke? Mm. So, what are your kind of learning materials just generally? Are you going from like magazines or like just other people's art images or like I want to generally get some of your inspirations? Messing with no gold. I'm messing with no broke. Mr. DJ. 2 years ago. Okay, so here we go. This. Okay, that feels like a super. That feels like a super long arm. Oh, shoot. I guess the dude was correcting that in could be correcting that in digital less like so like this. The question has always messed me up. It's like, what is my inspiration? I'm like, I have no idea how to answer that question. It's just generally like one of those things like, ooh, me see, me want to draw. Me see thing, me want to draw. I like the way this is colored. Ooh, I like the way this looks. Ooh, this is sort of interested in, this is the sort of part of my special interest. And it's like, it's never really fully a thing. It's kind of hard to really give a good answer to that question, especially when you're like just so ADHD brained like me. So just, oh, just generally everything. This is not doing it good. Oh, cool. What? Why is it dabbing? No, it's not dabbing. If you hover over it in the YouTube emoji bar, it just says elbow cough, lol. That's cool that you're doing a lot of stuff from imagination or something like that. I couldn't just generally like to use references because it's just easier. They're just easier for like, ooh, just copy and paste or something like that. Like obviously that doesn't work. I could just copy everything out. I think this would look a lot better. But I just generally can get. I feel like I can get a better handle on just general shapes when it comes to like a lot of stuff, and that's why I do a lot of reference drawing. Drawing, yeah. Let's get it started in here. Started. Let's get it started. It's funny, the tutorial that I'm using is way more like trying to be structured, but I just don't gravitate towards that. Trying to just like sort of draw lines across it, and it's like, Hmm. Like the absolute physiognomy of everybody here is just terrible. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. God, I'm doing such a bad job. I guess I should actually be finish watching this drawing before doing any actual planning out. I feel like I would have done better if I hadn't just stopped halfway through the dude drawing it. Mm-hmm. Yep, I have the feeling that dude just removed a lot of the mistakes from there. Right, feel good. Right, yeah. What the heck? Okay. No, you're not getting any legs anymore. So close to just saying, fuck it, we're freeballing this shit, bitch. So close, I swear. Ooh. Again, I said jealous of purely digital people who can just edit so much just away and just rearrange forms. And
Stört.
ist okay, was ist was?
Ach, das brauchst du aber nicht wegzuschmeißen hier.
Das habe ich nicht, das ist mir nur eingefallen.
Ach so.
Das ist mir nur eingefallen, Entschuldigung.
Okay. Gerade im Moment.
Okay. Lass es dir gut gehen.
Ja, du auch. Ich bin heute nicht gut drauf.
Mhm.
Das ist stark.
Das
Die Zeichnung hier.
findest du?
Mega. Absolut.
Okay.
Also muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen.
Mm-mm. No, it's actually really dope. That's good. What do you mean by that? Oh, I streamer. What's actually really dope? I'm just doing right now. I'm just doing sort of speed paint draw along, I guess. Sort of doing and if, I'm just saying fuck, I'm free balling at this point. Because like, I just realized I basically should have just waited until the dude draws him a final version and then just got drawing from there, got drawing inspiration from there. Because it's like, shit, yeah, I'm doing this physically, and the dude does it digitally, so it's like, oops, dude, he could just erase the whole thing, and just rearrange elements. I can't. Oh, Spaghetti-O. Now fall down, alright. Da da, feel good, do 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 do, feel good, da 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 da, feel good. Right. Sort of a. Do, 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 do. But yeah, nice to have somebody else in the stream. I think, unless they already quit. I think they did. Cool. Yeah. Cool. I hope they're doing right. Generally, just going back to the whole conversation about just what gets everybody motivated. I do really love when it comes to just purely materials alone. Sometimes I just freeball something, just try to get some tutorials going on, like some light tutorial work going on stuff like paints and stuff like that. I love using like actual physical paints and stuff like this. Like that's always really cool. I got some aquarelle paint. Sorry, acrylic paint and like ooh, got some really nice stuff going there. Just like sometimes you can just get just get some really good stuff. You're gonna get some like really nice like when you get yourself a good motif and a good thing, then it always feels it just feels good to do. Like sometimes I have the problem that I think a lot of actually I cannot speak for that, but it's like I think it's something a lot of people sort of autism have, where it's like I don't know how to finish something sometimes. Like okay, now it's good enough. Like it's like that's the thing. So I just kind of keep on doing like aquarelle painting and painting and painting and painting. And sometimes I will just overdo it. But generally, I think at this point I'm just freeballing everything. I'm just tired of following the instructions. Of try following the master image. Funny, yeah, sort of somebody commenting, fucking, wow, this is actually really dope, and then it's just like, gone. Whoa. I mean, that's really funny in a concept in this cosmic sort of way. It's like some kind of cosmic door open and just suck them away. Wow, this looks really dope. Huh? That one that like what was it, like Tom Scott video where it was like clop it, huh? Just just vanishes. Imagine that's what happened to that one person. Oh well. They are in a better or either they're in a better or infinitely more horrible place now. Let's hope for the former. It's like, Clifford, you get just teleported to the Lovecraft dimension. The Lovecraft dimension, yes, the Lovecraft dimension. Oh no. Oh yes. Oh no. Oh yeah. Feel good. Feel good. Feel good. Right at this point, that's what I tried to actually just freeball it. I'm done. I'm not good with following instructions, so just kind of going freeball, like doing something like those. What are you doing? Like those 80s shoes that have like those. Fuck it, what is some 80s? Oh, fuck. Can I do some of those? I should look up some pictures of Converse shoes or some shit, but it's like I can't be bothered. Let's make some really big, like, stumpy shoes. Like those, like, really old sneakers. I don't know what the fuck this is at this point, but I'm low-key mad. I'm just low-key mad. I'm low-key IRL. I'm low-key mad IRL. What does that mean? I don't know. Mm, 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 mm. Do I draw Converse? Damn it. Work on that later. If I really want to do. And the pimps in the crib go, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. And the pimps in the crib go, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. I don't know. 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 No, 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 no. How to do any of this stuff. I think I should have gotten with like a better motif, but it's like at the same time. I just want to make an attempt to follow the tutorial. Could just. It'd actually be a really interesting challenge just doing like a actual tutorial, sort of following this tutorial, but like I don't know, I'm feeling like I'm doing my own little character drawing exercise. How can I draw it? Sort of a douchebag. Yeah, I like this hair, I like this. So so it really does make it feel more like an anime character, some shit. I don't know, like a Pokemon villain or something. I don't know. Actually, not like a Pokemon villain. Like what people imagine a Pokemon villain to be before they immediately the next game comes out and it's the same dog shit as they're always, but they're just somehow even more done in a way that makes it feel like it's done in 2002. Ugh. Like seriously, what the heck? I don't remember. Like, I don't remember if it's still true that the whole Arceus, whatever the fuck it was called, that's like in Paris again. Like, if it's really still all one map, like all one texture, like with that one Rage thing, I guess. Is that how Rage was made? I just know it looked terrible, but it was like weirdly experimental for like the PS3 era. So somehow a worse version made it onto like the Switch 2. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like I definitely am not getting the three-dimensionality of the original image. Let's get it started in let's get it started in here, let's get it started in let's get it started in here. See, and Renee, and when the pimps in the crib go, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. When the pimps in the crib go, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. Hey, Mr. DJ, music up. Hmm. You know that should be a little bit late. I feel like I made the characters sent way too far apart. It's like some kind of weird claw thing. Like a magic claw, some shit. Turn the music up. I feel like it could be really cool. Just learning this, I think, could be really cool, really interesting. I just need to. I think I need to do my learn process. Actually, get some of that stuff done. Like, how do I actually start drawing hands? How do I finish it drawing hands? I feel like this is just like, I don't know, trying to follow the form on screen. It just does not look good. So do you draw the hands with like circles? Do you draw the hands with this? Do you do that? It's definitely a challenge to figure out how do you get into your process. What's the optimal thing for you? How do you learn the best? I think it's important for everybody. This looks dumb. Certainly something. And I completely. Funny trouble bug, some shit. Drop it like it's hot. Ah, now I see my mistake. I should have done like should have done some kind of middle line, some kind of construction line to actually center the whole thing, to actually get the thing. Okay, yeah. Cool, so next I get it next time. Huh. Right, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Right. Like one view. Yeah, so I guess this is a really slow stream today. Oh well. I guess that's my own selective bias where it's like I don't watch a lot of streams. So it's like when I just think, oh, like this thing doesn't have a lot of views, and it's like, oh yeah, probably a lot of other streams don't have a lot of views and stuff like this. Because there were some really good ones. I guess you just cannot prepare for what's going to be good and what's not. Well, guess that's the thing. God, so this sucks. Oh, this is boring. I don't like drawing pictures of people just standing around. This is kind of the thing I'm trying to work against. I want to do like a full body thing, kind of get better at that. But God, it's boring. It's just really boring just drawing people doing nothing. Like this could almost have context, but like the original image is kind of just like I don't know. I guess gay couple, sure. That's not like even with like furry shit. That's like my least favorite genre of anything. Where it's like, cool, two characters standing around, sitting on a fence, doing nothing. I guess you try painting the sky and shit and try to set a scene, but still, two people sitting on a fence is still two people sitting on a fence. Or they're standing next to each other. Like I said, we'll return to the Andrew Loomis tutorials. See, there's nothing more boring. Like it's like next, it's like in terms of like boring genres that everybody feels that everybody that's getting recommended to me is doing. It's like alongside Like, ironically, it's ironically a lot of gay shit, but it's not like for any homophobic reason. It's literally just because a lot of the stuff is boring to me. Just like, I don't know, characters holding a flag or cuddling with a flag that's distinctly not a national flag. So it's like, okay, what does that mean? It's like, I don't know, it's just generally just like something I think it's really boring to see, and I don't know why a lot of people just seem to really be interested in seeing this or drawing like this. But generally like, oh no, I guess it's Pride Month, whatever. It's just okay, sure. If you want that, that's fine. I want to do that. No, no, no. No. I'm just doing it. I'm not doing it because I think it's boring to draw as shit. You don't want to do it because you're an American Christian who's uncomfortable with gay people. We are not the same. You're a Westboro Baptist Church person who doesn't like gay people. We are not the same. People just sitting around doing nothing in particular. Everyone, you're doing kind of the same thing. I mean, good point, but also I'm literally just I'd rather try to study with this. I feel like doing like a fixed on like a redraw is just really boring. It's like it gets me like I'm sorry, it just gets my own fucking drawing boner just like incredibly limp. It sucks. Feel good. Good. Right. On the public voluntary requirement space put down below because cranium can be elongated, wide or narrow. The facial plane may also be alternate C without string or principle. The plane simply attaches to the ball that we wanted, which makes our method entirely flexible. The plane simply attaches to the ball I wanted. Flexible, so it can represent any type of head we choose. All the other methods I have seen do not start from the form anything like the skull or make any allowance for a variety of shape. After this book was published, I learned with interest that a similar basic head form has been used for years by Miss E. Grace Hanks of the Pratt Institute, Brooklyn, and that she has written a book based on this method. Ooh, interesting. So I guess the Loomis method isn't entirely the Loomis method. That's interesting. Planar method has proportions. The value of method doesn't make it possible. The Section of the head is used that allows type of food. You know what? Because nobody is actually watching the stream anymore. I guess I'll stop. No, just kidding. I literally just want to. Fuck it. Gotta draw references. I gotta draw references, and it's like, I'm bored. What should I do? Ich weiß, get Germanized. So where's that one funny? Getting back my keyboard. I am reclaiming the keyboard for the oppressed minority that I am. Which oppressed minority is that? I don't know, one of them. Pick one. The one that got the most cloud. Yeah, cloud. Right. Da, 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 feel good. Da, 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 feel good. Okay. Right. That stuff fall into. Yes, that stuff fell over again. Oops. Oh, where is that thing? I want to believe poster. So where did that actually come from, that whole I want to believe? It's a stupid Rick and Morty reference. I don't care. It's not even clever. It's like, it's like just a variation on like the Jimmy Neutron thing. I feel like at some point that was funny. Now it's just like a cliche. Feel good, feel good, Right, what is the actual stuff? YouTuber now. Right, where can I do some good stuff? Right, this is that. Ooh, that is actually a really cool poster. I'm gonna save this. 5 Verbände. German flying saucer, that's hilarious. Okay, that is hilarious. Is it towed by a panther tank? Why would it be towed by a panther tank? That God, the suspension would be fucking dead. It's like one image that was really funny. Yeah, for some reason you can. Hmm. There it is. I've been looking for that. Looking for that image. Damn it. Ooh. Again, thank God nobody's watching right now. Otherwise, I would not be getting away with that. Just get a lot of fucking. Right, now I'm taking that one image I did for the. Maybe I should be doing that digitally. That would be interesting. Actually, it's a pretty cool. It's like that color combination. Right. Ref. Actually, that's pretty funny. Fuck it. Oh, and that one. Yeah, right. Oh, that's hilarious. Right. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, let's just go from here. Nobody's watching anyway. That's pretty cool. Cool. Right. So let me just. I guess here comes Haunabubu. Was? I said here comes Haunabubu. Actually, that's what I'm calling the fucking final image. That's funny. That's the final piece. That's the final piece I need to do to actually do that. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, bro. Thank you very much for that, Werner Herzog. Right, just general. Fucking Zoidberg noise. Let's get it started and let's get it started in here. Let's get it started and let's get it started in here. That was boring. Let's just get on with that shit. Okay, how do I want to draw this? Do I want to do the generic? That looks cool, but like it probably looks like ass from below. Hmm. Let's get it started and let's get it started in here. Let's get it started and let's get it started in here. Drop it like it's hot. Let's get it started and let's get it started in here. Let's get it started and let's get it started in here. Been meaning to draw this for so long. I don't know. I feel like I should. Nah, I know exactly what I need to reference. Of course, an upward angle. This is perfect. Yes. Oh my god, that's the perfect reference image. Sup, Justin? Nice to have you here too. It's a UFO. Yeah. I'm just kind of drawing something that I've always been wanting to draw for a couple of months now. Right, let's get to this then. Let's get it started in let's get it started in here. Let's get it started in let's get it started in here. I'm stupid. I could easily just use my usual reference. A sketch fab. Shoot. God, that's terrible. Oh, there you go. Settings, navigation, first person. Downward angle, sort of a like yeah, something like bring you a little bit more. Wait, where the fuck am I? Hell no. Let's reset. Shit, dog, that's hard. Anyway. Hmm. God, today's really not my day. Yeah, it doesn't look good. Definitely good. This goes in the trash. Oh, this is so far in the trash. I cannot possibly really foresee myself recovering from it. Anyway, I don't know. I guess this is one of those things where I guess I always wanted to do something like this, but I don't feel it right now. This, yeah, it would just like set up. It was like this and this and yeah, nah. So yeah, anyway, I feel like the stream is a bust. Right. This is adorable. I like the energy, but the actual anatomy sucks ass. I should have looked at like that one image of like the fucking nostalgia critic meme. Fucking of course type of thing. Mm. Hello. Hope you're all doing fine. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just doing something right now because I was really bored. Like the exercise I was doing before was just like, oh, but this looks like ass. This looks like, ooh, shit balls. This looks terrible. I just kind of was doing something, I was just doing some other stuff previously, and I was like, oh yeah, this looks rough. I was doing some other like miscellaneous stuff, and just like, oh boy, this looks rough in comparison. It's like I'm trying to do sort of a downwards, sort of upwards angle, and it's like, oh, stuff previously, and I was like, oh yeah, it's like yeah, sort of an upwards downwards angle. It look, yeah, like this, like the pose of this is like really bad, I think. Like I should have done more reference images and stuff like that, but it's like. Mostly can't be bothered. Like it's just a rough sketch for an idea that I'm having. That I've been having for like the better part of a year, I think. Just kind of like trying to sort of do that whole Nazi UFO thing, and it's like, ah, shoot. Probably gonna do this again, but I just wanted to rough sketch it. This looks so bad. Holy shit. I just. Need to do some concept sketches. Oh well. Thanks to some people who'd actually join in still. It's actually kind of hoping nobody would, so I could actually end the stream early. But hey, fuck it. Gift horse, you know what I mean? Why did I have more current viewers right now than I've had for like last 3 hours beforehand? Yeah, maybe I should start the stream later. Ooh. I guess let's do something really cursed now. That's the worst, most disgusting thing I could try to draw. Women. JK. Okay. Seriously, let's actually try to draw something that looks actually kind of. Let's try to draw something cool. Women hug. Oh, doesn't everybody just want a women hug? Yeah, let's do for anybody just joining in. In which case, yeah, maybe I really should just do the stream later than we usually do. But then again, it's more compromise just in case this does go on for later, and I don't want it to go on for too long. But whatever. I've been doing some Andrew Loomis tutorials, doing some internet tutorials, and just kind of trying to practice my humans. So they're trying to draw my figures, and yeah. The reason for the title is actually because Daniel was telling me a funny story. The just for a long time, where his former boss just used to say, "Oh, we need more humans in here. We need more humans in here." And Daniel thought that was really funny. Like just no, I thought it was really funny. He just thought it was really odd, which okay, based. But still, it's like the idea of just like we need more humans in here. I thought it was really funny just saying we need more personnel in this building or whatever, and it's like we need more humans in here. More humans. Humans. It's the most sophisticated gaming device ever devised by humans. And it's spherical. Spherical. Alright, I feel like we're kind of getting a little bit more of the soft features going. I feel like that's good. Rub it like it's hot. And the kids in the crib go rub it like it's hot. And the pimps in the crib go rub it like it's hot. Rub it like it's hot. So how's everybody feeling today? I don't know how to start a conversation in streams, as you can tell. But yeah, how is everybody kind of doing? Drawing the women's face, that's the scariest part. What do you mean that's the scariest part? Are you some kind of misogynist? No, I'm just afraid of women. My God. Is that a woman? That is a woman. Oh my God. What do we do? I don't know, we say hi. We don't try to be creeps, okay? Okay, this might be a tall order for you blokes, but we speak for yourself, asshole. Oh, shut up, dude. Guys, we can't fall into stereotypes. Please, just be regular people to this woman. Don't just treat her as an object. Sorry, not treating a woman like an object? How does that work? I don't know. Are you treating me like an object right now? I'm treating you like a piece of shit. Exactly, don't do that. Dumbass. Also, don't say that to a woman. I don't know where I'm going with this. I guess I'm on a road to nowhere. Come on inside. Taking the ride to nowhere. We'll take that ride. As the time's on our side, I'll take you there. Will you there? Hi! Alright, I forgot. I still need to change my hotkeys to something that doesn't. Oh, okay, that's weird. Yeah, I need to change my hotkeys because it just flips between tabs whether or not I'm in Streamlabs either. Like I'm just trying to. Yeah. This actually hope the audio is pretty good, otherwise it would break my little heart. My little small and shriveled heart. Oh. I could never imagine actually just drawing with just like a pen or something like that. I always feel like when people say, "Oh, you need to draw with a pen alone, it's gonna improve your art quality so much," it's like, damn, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Oh, but it does. But I don't believe you. But it does. But I don't believe you. But it does. Shut up. I'm not believing you. Oh, let me actually plan stuff out with a pencil. Ooh. Let's get the second eye. Let's get that at least somewhat decent, please. Why are you telling us that you need to do it? Yeah, but I hope you can all just pray for me with like your little prayers, so that we can all just hope that it doesn't turn out too bad and like my whole spiel about women being scary. I ought to be true. Oh no. Oh no, no, I need to do the mouth. Um. Swear to God, Daniel has been meaning to actually send me some scans or some pictures of like his exercise book from the 1930s that he's picked up on like for a while now, and it's like he's still waiting. But then again, I've been procrastinating on a lot of stuff, and I really need to get to it. So I definitely have just a little bit of sympathy for that, right? So This isn't the worst thing I've ever drawn. It's definitely better than that. It's slightly better than that other thing I did, but it's still not perfect. Okay, what are we thinking? What are we thinking? I'm not too unhappy with this. Yep, I don't think I'm too unhappy with this. A little bit of a small flourish, a little bit of this. A little bit of this here, and yeah. Cool. Right. Okay. BGW, you are drawing better than me. Thank you. Oh. Oh no, I'm noticing it. Yeah, that nose is a little bit off, isn't it? No, no, this isn't that good. This is one of those things where kind of keep it on one side and the rest just kind of folds in on itself. Hmm. Right, and then we can follow this, follow that. Yeah. Screw it. No, I don't think it's not the best, but it's also not the worst. Hmm. Yeah, I was basically doing some Andrew Loomis stuff. I need to actually do a better job with the camera. But I'd rather be doing stuff with a bad camera than doing nothing at all. Do you know what I mean? Ugh. Hmm. The diagram of the construction lines. Huh. Interesting. But you don't really people over any physics. You can quickly find a feature that you didn't correctly place. You can also find the ball in the plane position to program it this way. Whether you're building or tearing down, the method applies. Interesting. Yeah, right now I'm doing stuff with by Andrew Loomis' Fun with a Pencil. And I really love some of his stuff. I've also done stuff like on the side here, basically like a tutorial, but then I kind of got bored and it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna finish this, and yeah, this I just did as a kind of a bleh. This I just did as a kind of a funny. Yeah. Again, it's one of those things where you really just sometimes need something to just get yourself out there, just get some. Sometimes you just need to draw a Reichsflugscheibe. Sometimes you need to just draw a weird Nazi UFO. Or to get yourself down to Earth again. Feel good. Feel good. Feel good. Man, I used to love drawing Andrew Loomis stuff back when I was learning. Like really early on. And it's like, ooh, kind of love getting back into it. And now I feel like I'm just saying stuff that somebody way more experienced than me should be saying. It's like, ooh, back in like the olden days of like a million BC. A million years BC. I used to do this. I think I've already established in the previous stream that I'm basically a fucking 25-year-old grandpa at this point. So it's like, yeah, boy, might as well. Might as well play into it. Oh, okay, so let me do some inventory. Right, so I finished this due today. Did that a couple days ago, did this. I'm sketching out this, and either we shall not talk about this or heavily rework it, maybe in digital, I don't know. Maybe. Well, maybe I could do the line work in digital and do the physical, because I really wanted to do some kind of stuff with like acrylic paint. Like some, I want to do a background like that again. That one was my favorite. Can't believe I did some of the stuff that I did on. On like with like 25 € cheap supplies. That's some of the funnest stuff ever. Like, yay, cheap supplies. That means you're not wasting valuable money. It means you're not wasting. There's only one way but up. There's only one way, and that is up. Feel good. Feel good. Oh. La da 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 do. I wonder how many people are just literally just having this on, forgetting that it's on, just to have some kind of background noise while cleaning or some shit. You know what? Frick it. Might as well. Shoutouts to all those people. Ooh. Oh my god, it's almost 6. Ooh. What the heck? I think I've been streaming for 4 hours at this point. Oh, 3 hours. Alrighty then. Good, let's finish this head and then I'll let you all go, right? Right. Feel good. Feel good. I wonder how many of these women in the Enter Loomis books are based off of real women, and how many are just kind of conjured from sort of basic principles. Kind of interesting. Shout out to anyone who's also drawing right now. They don't even need to watch the stream. Just anybody on the planet drawing right now. I hope they have a they are receiving the psychic waves that I'm sending them or something. I don't know. Seriously, it'd be cool if somebody was just kind of drawing as well. Not necessarily fucking drawing along with me or like trying to do something like me or whatever, but just kind of like, just drawing a journal. I'd be like, this is, this is stimulating, and you can always write something in the chat if you like. May not sound like it, and it may take a few minutes, but it will most likely respond to you. Most likely. Oh, la do 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 do, feel good do 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 do. I can't stop loving you. Not out of my mind. I can't stop wanting. Hmm. Oh, now I get what I was doing wrong. So, mm, 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 mm. Oof. Hmm. Oh, God. Okay. Mm, 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 Hmm. That looks so scary. Ooh. Mhm. Hmm. I absolutely drew the nose too big. Okay. But now it's too small. Oh goodness me. Alright then. You. Oh, good lord. I'm definitely doing something wrong here. Oh god. Oh no, I see it. It's like it's meant to be really small. Alright. Oh, I get it now. Okay, yeah, I get it. That is not the best way to draw this face, but it's better than nothing. Oh boy. Actually, that ties it together pretty well. Really is interesting how a few lines really do make or break a drawing. Oh. Right. I am so glad that I'm actually drawing women. That's like the ultimate, like, to me, it's always the ultimate joke. Like people who draw primarily anthropomorphic animals, it's like they can't draw women, or like women don't exist, or like I don't know. It's literal asexual reproduction where they just split in two. Actually, the last one I've never seen that, but that would be really funny. They'd be saying the quiet part out loud. God, ugh, I watched a YouTube video about that, and it was like, good lord. Imagine being the kind of person that actually cared about like furry drama or some shit. It's like, oh my god, that's so pointless. I don't even get the point of drama videos. It's like, what am I supposed to do with this information? Oh, this person is a so-and-so. Oh no, I guess I will not associate with them? Is that what you're trying me to do? Like, is your whole message at the end of the day that being a this and this is bad? Yeah, I kind of already knew that. And if I was agreeing with you, then like, why are you telling me this? And it's like one of those things, you know? It's like, ugh, who cares? Like, yeah, point is that video was about like one of those like fake furry original species. It's just like gay foxes that have like that are like lime colored or some shit. Like apparently the dude is like whatever, just draw like fucking underage characters or some shit. Who gives a fuck? And it's like the funniest thing about that was literally like 99% of them are gay and the only female ones are meant for reproduction. It's like absolutely like so fucking funny. Like the funniest thing I ever heard was like, God, you're saying the quiet part out furry out loud. That's so incredibly brave of you. It's like world building wise furry shit makes no sense. Because it's like it is really because it's mostly populated by gay people. It's just oh yeah, females don't exist, like women don't exist, like up until the 90s, like the uptick of like the percentage of like gay people and furries is like it's like so dramatic. At least it feels that dramatic where it's like, oh yeah, like actual like this stuff is mostly just like no actual like women, just so like either female artists drawing their own sonas or like whatever. And I'm strictly talking about like the whole like being capable of reproduction part. It's like it's really funny. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that somewhere because otherwise it would be lost. I don't know, your opinion being lost to time and I don't know, not being able to be used against you 5 years down the line. How terrifying. All the drama YouTubers now do the Sergeant Panther controversy video now. Like you motherfucker ain't constantly giving them shit. That if anybody actually gave a fuck about you, that they would only be able to use against you. Yeah, you're right. This is the worst wrong I've ever done. I'm proud of myself a little bit. For like the next 5 seconds. And it's gone. Cool. Like, at least there'd be something. At least there'd be kind of cheeky. But it's like, no, it's just I'm not allowed to say the word porn or pornography. Or I don't know, titillizing material, whatever you want to call it. Just don't call it fucking corn, bro. Don't. Christ. Otherwise, again, it just makes the whole thing even more pointless. I can't even say the word, like, are you that immature? I guess if you watch drama videos on the internet, like, if you make drama videos on the internet, you really are that immature. Unless you're the right opinion. I actually really like the right opinion. Always, oh dude, I love that video on like the Hawk Tour girl. That was a good video. Just generally like the right opinion is like if I wanted like something very like if he happens to make a video about like a person that I actually care about, which you know, a lot of the YouTube drama typical people just they make like, ooh, this is now the worst person for the next 15 minutes. Like 15 minutes of infamy. And it's like, oh god, lord. Like, I feel like this is not an era that we're going to be missing. Like, in some ways it's sort of interesting, but again, it's like, well, it's like at least somebody with a. The thing is, they're just. And I'm trying to struggle to mentally come up with a reason for why. For why I should care. And it just came up blank. So I guess my point still stands. It's not for lack of trying as well. Let's send this to Daniel, see what he thinks. Oh my god. Earlier in the story, I was talking about fucking Hillary Clinton. Not about having sexual intercourse with Hillary Clinton, but like just about Hillary Clinton because I was reading a book and Daniel just sent me this image and I've never seen this. This is the funniest shit. Like, holy crap. Like, the Hillary Clinton planet? Like screaming son from Rick and Morty. Christ. The Hillary Clinton planet? You should vote for this planet. Instead of the evil small Trumpkin planet. So Trump got turned into a pumpkin. It was really bad. But yeah, on that note, nobody's watching anymore, and I really hope that you're all having a fun day. We hope you're having a fun day. Oh well. Take care, everybody.